Welcome to Touring Globe. Let's have a look at 20 adventure activities you must try worldwide. Welcome to the journey of a lifetime. These are 20 adventure activities you must try worldwide, each one crafted by nature, perfected by thrill seekers, and remembered forever. Let's begin. 1. Skydiving over Interlaken, Switzerland. Interlaken isn't just a skydiving destination, it's a masterpiece of nature. As the plane climbs above the snow-capped Alps, your heart beats louder than the engine. You look out the window and see emerald lakes reflecting the mountains like mirrors, ancient glaciers glowing white, and valleys so deep they look unreal. Then the door opens. Cold air rushes inside. Your legs shake. And before you can think, you're falling. The world transforms into a blur of wind and sound. The free fall lasts less than a minute, but it feels like a lifetime, one where every second is pure freedom. When the parachute finally opens, silence wraps around you. You drift peacefully over Switzerland's most dramatic landscapes, floating like a feather between heaven and earth. It's more than adrenaline. It's rebirth. 2. Scuba. Diving in the Great Barrier Reef, Australia. Descending into the Great Barrier Reef is like stepping into a living dream. As sunlight filters through the water, colors explode around you, coral blooming in bright reds and purples, fish shimmering like gemstones, and sea turtles gliding effortlessly through ancient underwater forests. You drift weightlessly, completely disconnected from the noise of the world. Every corner reveals something new. Elegant rays gliding over sandy plains, tiny clownfish darting through anemones, and coral formations that have been growing for hundreds of years. The deeper you go, the more surreal it becomes. It's a world untouched by time, where silence speaks louder than words and life unfolds in patterns more beautiful than anything crafted by human hands. 3. White water. Rafting on the Zambezi River, Zambia. Just below the thundering roar of Victoria Falls lies one of the fiercest rivers on Earth. The Zambezi is alive, wild, unpredictable, and full of force. As your raft pushes off the shore, adrenaline floods your body. The rapids ahead aren't just waves, they're walls of water rising and crashing in chaotic fury. Your raft drops, rises, flips, and crashes again. Every second is a battle between man and nature. You grip the paddle tightly as spray hits your face and the thunder of churning water fills your ears. When you finally reach calm water, your arms are trembling and your heart is racing, but your spirit feels unbreakable. 4. Hiking the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu, Peru. The Inca Trail is not simply a hike, it's a journey through history. For 4 days, you walk the same paths carved by ancient civilizations centuries ago. Stone staircases climb into the clouds. Mist wraps around the mountains like ghostly curtains. And every now and then, ruins appear out of nowhere, reminding you that people once lived and thrived in these impossible heights. You cross high passes where the air is thin and cold, and descend into lush cloud forests filled with orchids, hummingbirds, and waterfalls. On the final morning, you wake before sunrise and climb the last steps to the sun gate. As the mist slowly lifts, Machu Picchu appears, silent, majestic, timeless. It's a moment that moves even the strongest hearts. 5. Sandboarding in the Atacama Desert, Chile. The Atacama Desert is the driest place on the planet, a vast expanse of dunes and windswept valleys that look like another world. Sandboarding here is like surfing, skiing, and flying all at once. You climb to the top of a towering dune, your feet sinking deep into the hot sand. The sun hangs low, casting long shadows across the desert. Then you mount your board, push forward, and glide down the slope. Sand sprays behind you. The wind roars in your ears. And for a few seconds, you feel weightless. The desert glows golden as the day fades, turning this wild adventure into a surreal moment of absolute freedom. 6. Bungee. Jumping off the Blaukrans Bridge, South Africa. The Blaukrans Bridge stands high above a deep gorge carved by centuries of rushing water. Standing on the edge, everything inside you screams to step back, but courage whispers to jump. The countdown begins. Then you fall. The world becomes a blur of cliffs and sky. You plunge into the abyss with nothing but a rope around your ankles and trust in your heart. It's terrifying. It's exhilarating. It's unforgettable. 7. Hot air ballooning over Cappadocia, Turkey. In Cappadocia, morning light transforms the world into a painting. Dozens of hot air balloons rise slowly above the rocky valleys, drifting over stone formations shaped like chimneys, towers, and ancient castles. The balloon lifts gently, with no noise but the occasional breath of fire warming the air. Below you, the landscape reveals hidden cave homes, monasteries carved into cliffs, and valleys colored in soft shades of pink and gold. 8. Ice climbing in Patagonia, Argentina. Patagonia's glaciers aren't just beautiful, they are alive, constantly shifting and cracking. Stepping onto the ice feels like entering a frozen kingdom. With crampons strapped to your boots and ice axes in hand, you dig into the glacier's crystalline walls. Every sound echoes. Every step is deliberate. Beneath you, blue ice glows like a gem carved by nature's hand. Ice climbing isn't just physical, it's mental. 9. Volcano boarding in León, Nicaragua. Volcano boarding is one of the most unusual adventures on Earth. You climb Cerro Negro, an active volcano coated in black ash. The heat radiates through the ground. Smoke rises from the crater. And the wind carries the scent of sulfur. At the top, you sit on a wooden board, lean back, and launch yourself down the steep slope. The ash sprays behind you like sparks. Your board rattles wildly. The ground races by at incredible speed. 10. Paragliding in Queenstown, New Zealand. Queenstown is where adventure lives. Paragliding here means running toward the edge of a cliff while the wind pulls your parachute open. Suddenly, your feet lift off the ground. You're flying. Below you, the landscape unfolds, mountains rising like giants, lakes gleaming like silver, and forests stretching endlessly. It's freedom in its purest form. 11. Shark cage. Diving in Gansby, South Africa. Descending into the cage feels like entering another realm. The water is cold and murky. Then suddenly, a shadow appears. A great white shark. It glides past with effortless power, its massive body brushes the cage, and its dark eyes study you with primal intensity. You feel fear, respect, and awe all at once. Few experiences on Earth bring you this close to one of nature's greatest predators. 12. Trekking to Everest Base Camp, Nepal. This isn't just a trek, it's a pilgrimage. For 2 weeks, you climb through Sherpa villages, across hanging bridges, past ancient monasteries, and along trails carved into the sides of massive cliffs. The air grows thinner. The mountains grow bigger. And the sense of isolation becomes spiritual. Reaching Everest Base Camp is a triumph of endurance, determination, and the human spirit. Standing beneath the tallest mountain on Earth is a moment you carry for life. 13. Caving in Waitomo, New Zealand. Waitomo's glowworm caves are like stepping into a galaxy underground. You abseil through narrow shafts, crawl through dark tunnels, and float along underground rivers. Above you, millions of tiny lights glow blue, illuminating the darkness like stars in a night sky. It feels magical, otherworldly, and deeply peaceful. It's nature's most enchanting light show. 14. Ziplining in Costa Rica's cloud forests. High above the jungle floor, ziplining in Costa Rica feels like soaring through a living world. Mist hangs between the trees. The forest hums with life, monkeys calling, birds singing, leaves rustling. You launch off the platform and glide through the air at exhilarating speed. The world beneath you becomes a blur of green. It's thrilling, beautiful, and unforgettable. 15. Safari in Serengeti, Tanzania. The Serengeti is a living masterpiece. Endless plains stretch as far as the eye can see. Lions lounge in the tall grass. Elephants march in slow, powerful lines. Giraffes glide gracefully across the horizon. But the greatest spectacle is the Great Migration, millions of wildebeest and zebras thundering across the plains in one of nature's most dramatic events. A safari here isn't just adventure, it's witnessing the earth as it once was, raw and wild. 16. Snowmobiling in Iceland. Iceland's winter landscapes look like another planet, glittering ice caps, volcanic mountains, frozen rivers. Riding a snowmobile across this icy world feels like racing through a science fiction film. The engine roars beneath you. The cold air stings your face. And the horizon stretches endlessly, blanketed in white. It's fast, fierce, and breathtaking. 17. Kayaking in Alaska's Glacier Bay. The water is calm, dark, and icy. Towering blue glaciers rise high above. Occasionally, a massive chunk of ice breaks off and crashes into the water with a thunderous roar. As you paddle quietly, whales breach in the distance, and seals watch you curiously from floating ice. It's one of the most serene and powerful experiences on Earth. 18. Rock climbing in Kalymnos, Greece. Kalymnos is a paradise for climbers. The limestone cliffs tower over turquoise waters, offering climbs for every skill level. As you ascend, the warm Mediterranean breeze brushes your face and the waves crash below. It's a perfect blend of challenge, beauty, and peace. 19. Desert camping in Wadi Rum, Jordan. Wadi Rum is a desert carved by wind and time. Its red sands stretch endlessly. Its rock formations rise like ancient monuments. At night, the world becomes silent, so silent you can hear your own heartbeat. As the stars fill the sky, campfires crackle and tea boils over open flames. You sleep beneath a cosmic sky that has guided travelers for thousands of years. It's mystical, peaceful, and deeply moving. 20. Dog sledding in Lapland, Finland. The Arctic wilderness is quiet, cold, and breathtaking. As your sled glides across snowy plains, a team of huskies runs with incredible energy and precision. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe. See you in the next video.